to TRT World's editor-at-large, Ahmed Alioglu. He joins us from outside the Saudi consulate here in Istanbul. Hi, Ahmed. We are hearing now that the search has actually been expanded to areas beyond the Consul General's residence. Where are investigators looking?
Well, Andrea, it didn't start right now, but what we understood that they investigated the consulate residence as well as the consulate building for more than 21 hours. And now we're having some reports that they have as well looked for different forests and some of the neighboring areas here, some woodland. And they've also followed the GPS of certain vans that left the consulate building on that day. And it is believed that lots of things are being following as well. The 15 nationals, the 15 Saudi nationals who came to the consulate on that day as well, they've been following. The tracks of their airplanes were also tracked, and these 15 guys, including 5 of them who are very from the inner circle of Mohammed bin Salman, especially one of them who's Al-Mutrib, who's been seen with Mohammed bin Salman as a common companion for all his travels. He's been investigated as well, so his identity is being investigated, and it's at the end of the day, the investigators here are going to wrap it as soon as possible, coming out with a certain report, and then if a crime was determined and identified, then it's up to the Saudi authority to determine who exactly did that crime, who committed the crime. It's up to the Saudi authority, it seems, to determine the doer.
And Ahmed, the United States is asking for Turkish investigators to provide any audio or video evidence that they may have. The Turkish media has been reporting about some very disturbing potential recordings that might be available. Do we know anything more about those?
What we know, Andrea, is that the crux of the whole issue is this as a kind of proof in the hand of the prosecutors, according to the local media outlets, according to the leaks we've been hearing. Still, we do not have an official voice to confirm this, whether this audio, 7 minutes or 10 minutes audio, was handed to the Trump administration. We've been learning that Trump himself asked for this. We know that Pompeo was here, the Secretary of State, and he has received all the briefing from the president and the foreign minister of Turkey. He knows everything the investigators have, and he went back to the United States with everything in hand. Now, it depends now, whatever he has in hand, whether he has a clear crystal proof that it was a murder. It's not anymore an alleged murder. It is a murder. And in case he has this, it's up to the United States administration to determine how they're going to move. Is Donald Trump ready to move away from the strategic ally and outweigh the human rights, outweigh journalist lives, or still arms deals and other businesses, as Saudi Arabia, as he labeled it, as the tremendous purchaser of the United States? Will he continue to keep these ties, or will he cut it? It depends. We're going to see how this is going to play out. Lots of geopolitics, Andrea. We're going to say how it's going to play out in the coming few days.
Okay, Ahmed, we will leave it there for now. Thanks so much for that.